morning. Staying with the cost of living, Downing Street suggested that petrol retailers who fail to pass on the Chancellor's 5p cut in fuel duty could be named and shamed. It comes after the biggest daily jump in petrol prices for 17 years, with a rise of more than 2p a litre. Motoring organisations say filling a typical family car now costs around £100. Well, Juliet Dunlop, is there a bit of a glimmer of hope that things may get better on the horizon? A radical plan to stop all smoking in England by 2030 is being published today. The independent review, commissioned by the Health Secretary, is expected to call for the legal age to buy cigarettes to be raised to 21 or gradually increased year after year. Former charity boss Javed Khan, who headed the review, is urging the government to be bold and brave in its response. John, it's huge, isn't it, to make England smoke-free within 8 years? Is this going to be feasible? An 11-year-old girl has been telling US lawmakers how she survived the mass shooting at her school in Texas by pretending to be dead. 19 young children and 2 teachers were killed in the attack in Uvalde, which has renewed the debate in America over gun laws. And a warning that Noel Phillips's report does contain some harrowing details. Police are continuing to question a 29-year-old man after he crashed his car into a crowd of people on a busy Berlin street. 14 children were injured and their teacher killed. A second teacher was seriously hurt. The group was on a school trip to the German capital. Clearer yet what happened. Do we know whether it was intentional or an accident? Now, sport now, and in the Nations League, Wales lost 2-1 to the Netherlands in Cardiff. Celebrations and commiserations for Scotland and Wales this morning. Thanks very much. Good morning. New measures to help millions of people get onto the property ladder will be announced by the... That's it, you're up to date. Kissing somebody else? So how do you know what you look like when you're kissing them? Yes, let's take a look at the details. The RMT union plans on walking out on the 21st, the 23rd and the 25th of June. That's across the national rail network, with 13 train operators set to stage a walkout. Now, walkouts would coincide with a number of events this summer, including Glastonbury Festival, which is back for the first time since 2019, England's cricket test match in Leeds, the British Athletics Championships in Manchester, as well as Elton John and the Rolling Stones concerts at London's Hyde Park. So it's set to cause considerable disruption. Much, Kate. Yeah, just to bring you up to date with this, it's come from the energy watchdog Ofgem. They have said that thousands of electricity customers were given an unacceptable service by their power companies following Storm Arwen. Now, nearly 1 million homes were left without power. It was back in November last year. Power outages lasted for more than 10 days in some areas. Customers were complaining about poor communication from their suppliers. 3 network operators have paid nearly £30 million in compensation to affected customers. They've also agreed to pay another £10 million in redress payments. So basically, Ofgem carried out this independent review to see if the outages could have been prevented, where the power could have been restored, and exactly how the energy companies dealt with it. And they have now said that thousands of electricity customers were given an unacceptable service by their energy providers. Now, sport now, and in the Nations League, Wales lost 2-1 to the Netherlands in Cardiff. An injury time header from Rhys Norrington Davis levelled the score at 1-1, but just 100 seconds later, Burnley's Wout Weghorst nodded